Now, I've been speaking to Marietje Schaake, a member of the European Parliament and chief observer of the EU monitoring mission for Kenya. She says the decision could lead to a more democratic Kenya.
I think it's a historic decision. I mean, a decision like this to, ask for a rerun has never taken place in the continent of Africa. So I think it is a historic day, and I can only wish that this will help consolidate Kenya's democracy and that it will lead to more justice being done to the votes and the rights of all Kenyans.
What did your mission involve?
We had a long-term election observation mission, including 130 observers and support staff, looking at the entire campaign process from 2 months before the elections and also parts of the primaries, election day, and the weeks after the elections. And my team was in the courtroom when the Supreme Court ruled.
So the court ruled that the election is null and void based on illegalities committed by the Independent Election and Boundary Commission in the transmission of the results. So what does that mean then? That is the IEBC to blame? Where did things go wrong here?
You know, we all are still awaiting the detailed ruling by the court. It will come out within the next 21 days, according to the Constitution, and we will really learn a lot from there, because the court has taken a principled route, saying that there were irregularities, and that has not done justice to the Constitution and how elections should be conducted. But the details are really not known to anyone at this moment.
And while you wait for the details, again, the court saying that the illegalities, the irregularities committed by the IEBC, if the problem is with them, what will happen with the next election? Will they still be a part of it?
Well, I think that's one of the big questions now, with a period of 60 days foreseen for next elections, again, all within the Constitution, and a deep-running lack of trust, which has been, part of the narrative and the tension really in Kenya throughout this election process and the campaign. Deep polarization, deep divisions between people and between political camps. And I think the only way forward would be for people to come together and to find a place where there can be common trust in institutions, in procedures, and I hope that Kenyans will find this together so that a new election can be done with more broadly supported backing from people on all sides of the political divide.
Well, Kenya, of course, has a history of post-election violence, and today you had Uhuru Kenyatta saying that he did respect the Supreme Court's ruling, but then to his supporters saying that the opinion of 4 judges isn't as important as that of millions of people. So how unhelpful is that at this time?
Well, as the EU Election Observation Mission, we have urged anyone who had grievances or who saw irregularities to take the path to the court. And I think that's important. I now think it is important that people accept and respect the ruling of the highest court of the country. And I think that is an important message that the president sent. So I'm going to listen to that. And we've consistently called on anyone, each political leader, anyone with influence, to make sure that he or she uses this influence to make sure people respect the rule of law, and that they will engage in peaceful behavior and grant each other the right to vote, to see their rights respected, essentially to be their brother or sister's keeper. And I think that that message remains important in Kenya. This is a day that will lead to uncertainty, to potential excitement, and I think it is essential that everyone takes their responsibility to carry this process through as Kenyans towards a better, more democratic future.